Hey guys, it's Danya. Welcome to another episode of Kitchenrule at Home. Today we're going to be talking about what we have for lunch almost every day of the week. It's such an easy recipe and it's very versatile and adaptable based on what you have. Oh, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please leave a comment down below like what you'd like to watch, any, I don't know, whatever questions you guys have. So let's begin. Today we're going to be talking all about fried rice. It's quick, it's efficient, and you get to clean out your fridge. So that's like a win-win in my rule book. Very basic ingredients and also very versatile. So anything can be swapped. We have some carrots, kusa, cabbage. You can use corn, peas. Green onion to me is like the base of fried rice. If your kids don't like it, my kids hate it, you can omit it. But for me as an adult, without green onion, it's not fried rice. And let's talk about sauces for a sec. So this looks, I feel like it looks intimidating to some people, but don't be intimidated. This is just dark soy sauce. This is gigantic. My friend got it for me from Canada. You can find it here. It comes in a different bottle. As long as it says here, Basil, can you zoom in? Dark soy. That's what you want for color. When you use too much of it, it gets, the flavor is very intense. So I only use like 1/8 of a teaspoon. This is fish sauce. I bought this from here, so you can find it. It's optional. It's a bit funky, but it gives so much like flavor to the dish. You don't even have to put a lot. So this is rice vinegar, Japanese rice vinegar. You can substitute this with white distilled vinegar. You can use apple cider. You can use even like a splash of balsamic. That works great. And this is the Taiwanese like touch. The key ingredient for Taiwanese fried rice is white pepper. Rashit white pepper. You can substitute for black. Then we have salt, sugar, and then this is our chicken breasts. You can use chicken thighs, shrimp, no protein. It's up to you. And we're going to be using 2 eggs. And 1 extra egg actually on top for extra richness. I feel like another way to elevate your fried rice and make it extra special is if you marinate your protein. So we're going to be using some cornstarch. This is about 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. It adds a coating to the chicken, and then once you like saute it, it browns really nicely. And we're going to do, I feel like, are they the 3 or 4? 4 elements of umami. So you have the salty, sweet, sour, and spicy. So we're gonna go in with a bit of sugar, a pinch of white pepper, so that would be like the spicy part of our umami circle, and then we're gonna go in with a splash of white vinegar, so that's our sour, and then our salty is gonna be salt. You can use soy here, but I feel like salt works really well. We're just gonna give this a really good mix until everything is combined. If you have the time to do this a day in advance, you can. I never do. I always do it on the spot. And that's about it. So we're going to start with a really hot pan. My fire isn't on yet, but I want to show you what's inside. So there is vegetable oil. You need to use vegetable oil. Don't use olive oil. It's not right for Asian food. And the white parts of our green onion. You can go in with garlic if you have the time. I was too lazy today. So with Asian food, I feel like a lot of it has to do with smelling. So how do I know this is ready? When you start smelling the green onion, that's when you add your protein in. That's like how you know your green onions have toasted nicely and you get that scallion oil sort of flavor you're looking for in a fried rice. While that's doing its thing, let's talk about our rice. This is really dry, day-old rice. Like you can tell how unappealing this looks, and this is exactly how you want fried rice to be, because once you incorporate heat to this, it's going to get mushy. So if it's already soft and you're incorporating heat to this, it's just going to be like a mess. But you can really start smelling the scallions. Yum. It smells so inviting. This is our chicken that we marinated, and we're just going to throw that in 1 layer. So I'm just going to mash it down roughly. You don't have to be too like precise about this, and do not mix it. I feel like people love doing that to food. Just let it be, let it brown. Browning is flavor. turn down the heat a bit. And I'm just gonna try to make sure every piece of chicken is touching the bottom. So about 45 seconds have passed. You can see the green onions, the white part have started browning, and that's really, like, that's good news. Now we're gonna just toss it around and you'll see how nicely golden the chicken has gotten. See that? If you mixed it in the beginning, you wouldn't be able to achieve that. I'm just gonna saute this for a bit. And once they're about, I would say, like 85% cooked, we're gonna remove it. Don't worry that it's undercooked because we're gonna add it back in towards the end of our... So our chicken is about, I would say, 80% cooked. Like you can see some pink spots here. That's completely fine. We're gonna take it off the heat into the same bowl we marinated our chicken in. Just throw it in there like so. All right, guys, a tip to maintaining your pot. You see how the oil drips like this? When you put the pot back and the oil drips onto your wok or your pan, that's what leaves those ugly marks. You know, when you have like old pots with ugly streaks? So I always do this. These are kitchen towels, they're meant to be oily, so don't worry about getting oil and then staining them. Same pot, really high heat, we have our eggs. I always pop the yolks, and then we're just gonna scramble these really, really quickly. The eggs go in. Again, don't touch it too soon. I like to go in with a chopstick, and then I just go in like make ribbons. I like ribbons in my fried rice. Move them to our chicken. Sorry, Basil, I'm on the wrong angle. Can you see? So our egg has like wiped off all our oil, so we need more oil in this pan. So I added a bit more oil into the pan, and then we're gonna go in with our veg. So we have carrots, kusa, and Chinese cabbage. Chinese cabbage is my favorite vegetable. So toss that around. We're gonna be seasoning this lightly with just some salt, just to release moisture so it cooks quicker. So our veggies have been in here for about 45 seconds. Our rice goes in. I'm not gonna use all of this because it's a lot of rice, but you're gonna do about a cup per person. This is when we go in with our sauces. A teeny tiny bit. I'm just using this to color our rice. So that was it. And you're gonna mix this really quickly to make sure the color is cohesive all around. You want the entire fried rice to be one color. Again, with fried rice, you don't want to like start breaking up the rice and getting like crumbly bits. Respect the rice, okay? So you're gonna use this kind of wide ladle, and you're gonna scoop and fold, scoop and fold. And we're gonna go in with some fish sauce. This stuff stinks. Don't be scared of it. It stinks for a sec, just like, what is that, a splash or two? And we're gonna go in with some vinegar. If you're scared of doing this, you can do it in a bowl so you don't overpour. That's some vinegar. We're gonna go in with a teaspoon of sugar and a teaspoon or a quarter teaspoon of white pepper, and then just a pinch of salt. Toss, toss, toss. Add in all our protein and eggs. So this is beautiful. You can break up the eggs slightly, but I like seeing like big pieces of egg in here. Let's taste this. Stealing a spoon. These are my kids' spoons. It's so good. I like chili. Basil doesn't like chili. This is yours. Can I add chili?
Just a bit.
Khalas, I won't. I'm scared. But this is it. You're done. The whole entire thing took, what, 5 minutes? Remember in the beginning, I was like, you need green onions in your fried rice. And I completely forgot about them. So this is like sprig of green onion. Hold up. We don't want to waste itty bitty bits. You can turn off your heat now. You see all that popping sound? If you like crispy rice, you can leave your rice and let it crisp up in some places. But yeah, we're good to go. Lunch is served. Our fried rice is ready. You're just gonna leave it there. I turned off the heat. And then in our non-stick pan, whoa, that was intense. We're gonna be heating up about a tablespoon of oil. Make sure it coats the entire base of your pan. And you want this to get like excruciatingly hot. Don't want to burn the oil, but you want to not be able to put your hand here. So like my hand is here, it's not hot enough. You want to like burn yourself slightly, but like don't be dangerous. So crispy egg, I feel like it makes fried rice extra special. Completely optional. If you're not in the mood, just skip it. It's not hot enough yet, guys. It's almost there though. Like I can start feeling my hands getting. And you know the oil is really hot when it can start moving really fluidly like so. Like in the beginning, you'll notice how it's hard to coat the pan, but once it gets really hot, it becomes really... What? Okay, let's go in. High heat, crack your egg confidently. See, that was not hot enough, guys. Don't make my mistake. I was in a rush. I shouldn't have been. You want to crack and like, you see how it's exploding? That's what gives you crispiness. You want the egg whites to like literally explode because of the pan being so hot. You know what else is really hot? This kitchen. All right. So you know you're successful, woo, when your egg slides. Nothing worse than trying to make a crispy egg and then it sticks and like just cry, you know, cry yourself to sleep.
I'm so hungry.
So while that's getting crisp up, we're gonna serve. I like serving my fried rice in bowls. I feel like it's more appealing to eat. And I like topping it really high up, like monstrous portion. So that's what we're going for right now. How good does this look, guys? And it's such a complete meal. Like you get your carbs in, you get your protein in, you get your veg in. Look how glorious this is. You get the crispy edges, that golden, it's just perfect. Also, I know this looks like a lot of oil, but your egg hardly absorbs it. Like by the time I remove this, all the oil is still in the pan. You can drain this. Can we get an undershot? Look at that. It's just perfection. Slide that up here. And since Zaphil didn't let me put chili oil in the fried rice, I'm just gonna put a teeny tiny bit, teeny tiny. I'll put the Japanese one, you like it more than mine.
Sure.
And growing up, my aunt would serve it to me with this Chinese soup spoon, like that. This is yours. I think it's too hot for your hands. Is it?
No,
Set it aside. This is what I eat, guys. Over here. I eat it from the pan. Like, it's ridiculously good. Like, I don't think I'm not dramatizing, is that the word? It's just the rice is, there's a bite to the rice. The veggies.
Dramatizing?
Did I say traumatizing? Sorry guys, I'm so hungry. So the rice has a bite to it. The veggies are still crisp. The chicken is perfectly seasoned. You don't taste the sweet sour. It's just completely like cohesive and it's just perfection.